For some reason or another, approaches, I guess, Daniel Craig and wants to talk to him. Daniel Craig doesn't want to be bothered. Every now and then he gets these little brief flashbacks to a woman from his past, which we later learn is a connection there and stuff. Not with Olivia Wilde's character, but with something that involved him losing his memory with him getting that bracelet. And which turns out to be a weapon, which made me think of, for some reason, that kind of made me think of Dead Space or that movie Pandorum, because that's the weapon that Daniel Craig uses throughout the movie to fight the aliens and stuff, which I liked it. And they're like that. And you have a sequence there where the alien ships are coming to town and just lassoing people, pretty much. Like they take Sam Rockwell's wife, they take Harrison Ford's son, uh, they take Keith Carradine away. Keith Carradine's character, the sheriff's character, has his grandson who he looks after or whatever. So he gets taken away by the aliens. And, Daniel Craig ends up teaming up with Harrison Ford to go back and get and rescue these people and stuff like that. And when the aliens show up, the CGI is like so on them. I know that they kind of said the likeness was based on Alien and Predator, which I don't fucking see it. When I see the creatures and the way, cause it's weird, they look like big, like they kind of look like the creatures they had in that movie Doom. Maybe that's why Matt likes the movie, like they remind him of Doom. I'm just busting balls. I'm sorry. And the stomach opens up, and you see his little 3-finger hands come out, which made me think of War of the Worlds. Naturally, Spielberg movie, which I'm not a fan of, but here it works. And they basically take people. And when the aliens kill people, it reminded me of District 9 a little bit. Which I don't know if that's in the PG-13 cut or an extended cut, where people get killed, the aliens kill them, you see big giant blood splat. This one made me think of District 9 a little bit. But Olivier Wilde did a good job. I like the Daniel Craig's character because as the movie goes on, you realize it's a redemption story, which works. Once again, you get that Unforgiven vibe in there, but it moves at a very fast pace. I didn't mind the slow spots. I liked the character, Jay Gallagher, Harrison Ford. That's one little thing about the film. Harrison Ford, they don't use him that much, though, which is sad. I mean, he comes into play more in third act. I mean, he's in the movie, but I think he's used more in the third act, though, when you get to the good sequence toward the ending and stuff. But good movie. I enjoy it. I would love to get it in my collection, but sad to say, I have a feeling if I see the PG-13 cut, I might be disappointed because it seemed like on the extended cut I saw online, it seemed like they showed more and stuff, especially with the aliens attack the people. You see like giant blood splats when aliens get shot. You see a big, like a little practical, a little bit. But most of the form is CGI. At least when you shoot them or something, like you see a little practical, like a splat or whatever. But Olivia Wilde did a good job, for what she had to do. You find out her character has a twist, but the twist works and stuff. And that's creepy about her in this movie, which makes you wonder why didn't they just get this other actress, She's kind of a haunting, spitting image of Summer. Because think about it, if you look at images, like if anyone types up Olivia Wilde from Cowboys and Aliens, and you look at the way she looks in this film, and her hair and the way she looks and everything like that, and you look at Summer, she kind of looks like Summer Glau, in a way. Maybe that's why I didn't mind her too much in this film, and stuff. But she doesn't do much, though. I mean, maybe that's the best thing. She's just very low-key, and she contributes to the plot, which I liked it. And I liked the dark tone of the film. And Daniel Craig was a very good lead, which ironically, people had said that it's Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg second time working with somebody connected with Bond, because back in 1989 they worked with Sean Connery for Indy 3, which is one of my favorite Indiana Jones films. But they had a better back and forth there. Here, it's not so much on a back and forth, but every little tiny shit is there. It's there, It would be nice if it would be more like them, one-upping each other a little bit, but it doesn't work that way, I guess. But it's still a good movie. Rating for the film, I can't find really much wrong with it and stuff. Just that I wish they could have used Harrison Ford more. I don't know why this movie. I mean, compared to westerns that try to touch with the sci-fi that failed, I think this does it the best way. I mean, this movie, Cowboys and Aliens, is miles better than Jonah Hex. This movie, Cowboys and Aliens, is fuckload better than Wild Wild West. I'll be bold enough to admit that. Even though I could watch Wild Wild West as a guilty pleasure, and Jonah Hex is just a letdown and stuff. But Cowboys did better. Somebody might say, "What about Firefly?" Well, Firefly, it's more of the opposite. It's more of space with the Western thrown in just a little bit though. But that's still, I mean, I still love Firefly. Don't get me wrong. But just this one's like the Western with sci-fi present right there in the present of the Western world. See, Firefly is set in the future. Just everything happens to be like a Western type setting. Happens to be like that and stuff. You still see people with regular guns and stuff like that. Here is all six shooters and Winchesters and everything. So rating for Cowboys and Aliens is 10 out of 10. Now I get to a movie which I always enjoyed. This movie's from the 90s. It was the second John Woo film I saw growing up. And sad to say, this movie doesn't have a good DVD. I have a DVD of it, but it's put away somewhere. And I got a chance to revisit this film last night with, of course, one of my best friends on here, along with all of you guys, of course, Matt. We were hanging out last night a little bit, and we were watching Broken Arrow. And that's the movie I'm going to review right now, Broken Arrow. It's directed by John Woo, and it's written by Graham Yost. Graham Yost, of course, is the guy who wrote the original script for Speed. I was looking up to remember Speed. And he would go on to write Hard Rain. Sad to say, Graham Yost hasn't gone on to do much, I guess. I know he did that TV series Boomtown, I guess, with Donnie Wahlberg, which I never got a chance to see. I don't know if that show's still on. But very good movie. Good score by Hans Zimmer. The movie is released by 20th Century Fox, and it used to be 20th Century Fox. Very, very good movie. I mean, very straightforward. This is John Woo's second crack at an American movie. And this movie came out in February of 1996. And I believe it made a lot of money. I have IMDb in front of me right now, okay? By the way, Cowboys and Aliens and IMDb got a 6.2, which that's a good mark. It could be a little higher, though. But that's good. It got 6.2. All right. For Broken Arrow, that got a 5.8. That could be a little more higher than 5.8 in my humble opinion. But, okay, I go to the box office receipts. The budget was $50 million, right? But worldwide, it made 77. So it was a hit. I remember critics went crazy over this movie and stuff. But, pretty much, very simple story. I mean, it opens up great, which I like the way this movie's done, because this is where you really, because I saw Hard Target and Broken Arrow and Face Off way before I saw The Killer, way before I saw Hard Boiled. And I did see a Better Tomorrow, but don't worry about it, I'm saving that for another day. Jason vs. 13th. I know you've been wanting me to review that movie. I finally seen it, but I'll review that another day. Don't worry about it. This is an 80s movie. Who knows? Maybe on Friday Night 80s. Who knows? Shh. 1 second, please. I know you even wanted me to see that, but I seen it. I'll talk about that in the future. But Broken Arrow, adrenaline pumping, balls to the wall action film that has a lot of great visuals to it. Like I like the way it opens up with Hans Zimmer's score and with the little explosion. Then you see the camera pan down. You see like two little dots in a circle, and you realize it's a sparring match between John Travolta and Christian Slater. John Travolta, this is one of my favorite bad guys John Travolta's ever played. Next to, of course, the character in Face Off, when he played, Castor Troy or whatever, he played the opposite or whatever, over the top. And very good villain. I mean, I think he's better. People say, oh, he's a better bad guy in that movie, that shitty movie Swordfish, which that's just too fucking ridiculous, that movie. I hate Swordfish, but I think in this movie, Broken Arrow, he's very detailed. You can see there's something wrong with this guy when he's sparring with, his buddy, Riley Hale. Both of these guys are in the Air Force, except, I believe, you see Riley Hale's a captain, and Deacon is a major. So you have his little big brother, little brother thing. Like he's boxing him in the ring. They're having a sparring match and everything like that. You know, he goes like that. So you can feel that? He goes, yeah. I give you left, left. You think I give you left, then I give you right. That's what boxing is all about. Show one thing, give it another. That's how Ali to the rope-a-dope. Don't look at my hand, look at the shoulder. That's where the punches are coming from, you see? And John Travolta's character throughout the whole movie, I love the way he does it. And he's the only one that can get away with it. To me, the only one. At least what I can think of. I know I mentioned some other actor got away with it. But he does it very good. I mean, him and William Dafoe. That he could talk through his teeth and get away with it and look intimidating, look cool. John Travolta could do it. John Travolta, he should have played the bad guy in Live Free or Die Hard. Him against Bruce Willis, I would buy that more than the fuckhead we got in that movie. But that's another day, another video. But he plays the character, does a sparring match. You see that there's something wrong with this guy a little bit. Like, the way he's, he's punching in the sparring match. He's punching Christian Slater kind of hard, knocking him out. I kind of find it funny they're both sparring with no protection, no mask, no mouthpiece, not getting really bruised up or nothing. When they're like that. And then I like Christian Slater's character being like a wise ass. And he goes, that's how Ali took the title from Foreman. And I like Christian Slater. Well, I've always been interested in Bruce Lee movies. And then starts doing these weird kicks like with the leg and then slips punch to John Travolta. And then he openly gets knocked out. I like the way the score pans up and zooms into John Travolta's face. You see like something menacing about this guy. So I like the way the subtleties are done. Even though some people might think it's a little too much. But I love it though. And good sequence. They have good back and forth with each other for a bad guy and a good guy, which you find out throughout the movie. Where he's in the locker room, he's checking his jaw or whatever. Christian Slater. And I like little subtleties John Travolta does. Like he's zipping his flight suit slowly. The cigarette. Like very and then look at himself in the mirror going like that. Like, you see something wrong with this guy. But I like him though. He's very over the top of fun. And stuff. And then out of nowhere he gives $20, which of course was a little thing they had between them. Here, this is for you. And I always win. Heck, come on, take it. I know you want it. And then he takes and he gives him some stuff. He goes, you know why you didn't win that fight? Oh, because you've been boxing for so many years and you're better at it than I am? No, because you don't have the win. You don't have the will to win. Oh, your inside is shattering. That's right. You see, you could have took me out, but you blinked. Well, we're only sparring, buddy. Well, that's what makes you... See, thinking like that's why you're going to lose. Now, take this back. No, it's yours. No, you don't understand. If you didn't give it everything you got, then I don't want it. No, you don't understand. It really is yours. I took it out of your wallet in the shower. So it goes to show you how these guys are. That one guy, he has a certain, way, the way he kind of looks at... It's like, oh, you didn't give it everything you got to stop me. Take me out and stuff. And I like the way that how Christian Slater's a wise ass, or how like okay, but the way that back and forth works, it's hard to describe it, And basically, they get a task to do this run that they have orders to do to fly this B-3 badass bomber, which was never released by the Air Force, which I don't know why. It looked beautiful. Which they have to do this test run to find out if with these nuclear weapons on it, to see if it gets through radar detection, or it's kind of like an exercise and everything like that over the cannons or whatever, and the canyons, and you see them both going there, and basically, John Travolta turns.